I previously discussed why they are here in episode number 15. If you haven't already listened to it, I would suggest reviewing it before proceeding further in this episode so you have context moving forward. It's only a few minutes long and worth the time. The last thing that I said was, it depends upon who you are asking and what their goals may be. I want to clarify that statement a bit further. The reason why is because there are multiple species, other than humans, currently on this planet. Some are here indefinitely, while others use it as a way station or a rest stop while moving on to different parts of our galaxy or performing different tasks in the region. I know that many people prefer some elaborate stories, such as we're being enslaved by galactic overlords that are here to take the Earth's precious resources, and we are merely pawns on the chess table. Insert evil laugh here. Yeah, there are a lot of stories out there, and rightfully so. People, and when I say people, I mean humans, are afraid of the unknown for reasons that we can discuss in the future. The truth is, though, that not all species here are benevolent, but they're not also malevolent like we portray them to be in our movies or stories. The reason why I say this is because not every being here really cares about our ultimate well-being, but not here specifically to harm us. At this level of our current development, we're pretty low on the totem pole. You might hear people ask the question or make the statement about why would they even bother being here because we're merely ants in comparison to their knowledge and their technology. You know, that is and it isn't true. We have a habitable planet. And while we are currently not a developed species in the grand scheme of things, our Earth is a relatively nice place. The only genuinely unfriendly thing here is us. And since we humans are the alpha being, diplomacy is in order. So, not every species that visits Earth cares about our well-being. But can you blame them? We're not exactly friendly as a whole. You know, as I said, some are here indefinitely, and some are just stopping by. You know, this is probably going to sound like such a wild and crazy thing to say. Is it? Space is a vast region with a lot of nothingness, and organic resources are very hard to come by. Regardless of whatever stories we create within our mind or movies, there are no teleportation devices that are beaming beings from planet to planet. The laws of physics still bind us, whether or not our current understanding of physics is entirely accurate, which it's not, but there are some universal rules, such as the laws of gravity are correct, but can be manipulated. We can travel at speeds far beyond our current understanding. Still, physical matter plays an elemental role, such as just because we can travel faster than the speed of light doesn't mean physical objects magically don't exist. When a light particle reaches an object, it's absorbed. So, just because you can go really fast doesn't mean that you can freely travel through space without running into something. This is definitely a complicated subject to discuss, and while I am probably not the correct person to be explaining this topic since this type of technology isn't discussed with us, still, even if it were, I would probably not be able to relay the information in a way that would make sense anyhow. I can tell you that when they travel through space, they have to stop in different areas. Our universe has long since been here. We are part of a complex system with a multitude of species inhabiting our galaxy, some better than others, but all of them have similar goals in different ways. Honestly, our conversations reminds me a bit of Hawaii. If you've never been to Hawaii, it's like America on a small island. You have a little bit of everything. Some areas are a no-go, whereas other places are the most beautiful, relaxed, peaceful spots imaginable. Some parts are for farming, and others city-style, and then everything else in between. So to switch the topic a little bit, when you first go up, it is always mind-blowing. It's tough to process the information because it goes against everything that we have been taught in life. I know for some of us, such as myself, I've questioned or we question our existence beforehand. But even still, when you're in that moment, it is hard to wrap your head around what that means. And this is why the disclosure is a slow process. There's more to it than that, but, one step at a time. So hopefully, if you've listened to everything leading up to this episode, that would be enough information to share this next piece of information with you. I also have to apologize if this is a bit scattered. Since COVID is getting better in the US, work is picking up. My businesses they were pretty terrible, in the past year and a half. I'm getting a bit busier. So it's more challenging to keep up with an episode every 3 days as promised, but I'm going to do my best. So let's just jump right in, shall we? The people that we regularly meet with are from the Pleiades star system, and they look pretty much exactly like us. The reason why is because they are us. Several species here are originally from Earth, but they left because our planet is in a very volatile region in space. Earth is positioned on the outer edges of our galaxy and is constantly nailed by asteroids, most of which are bumped into by interstellar objects entering our solar system, knocking into rocks within the Taurid meteor stream. I don't want to scare the socks off you, but we pass through a stream of debris every year for 90 days. Every 2,500 to 3,000 years, Earth travels through the core of that stream. Basically, for 90 days every year, we face a potential apocalypse. And every 2,500 to 3,000 years, the odds of the apocalypse happening are pretty high. Needless to say, a developing species is going to have a rather difficult time reaching the next level here on Earth because we're constantly set back. However, when I say we, I mean previous advanced species from Earth have been able to leave numerous times, which accounts for the different species and their different appearances because they are further along in their personal development in time. With that said, not all species that visit Earth are from here. I mentioned that some are here indefinitely, and that's because they are trying to assist us in our personal development and trying to help us not destroy ourselves in the process. However, you cannot speed up the maturing process. This is something that is learned throughout time. If you're wondering why they don't just take us to a better place or to their home planet, look around. Would you take us home? But just because your girlfriend or boyfriend was a bad person when they were younger doesn't mean that they're not capable of learning from their mistakes as they grow in maturity. Isn't that the basis of evolution? You may be able to speed up the development of the individual's body, but you cannot speed up the development of the individual's mind. Maturity comes with time. As I mentioned, why they are here depends upon who you're asking and what their goals may be. Some are here passing on to different locations. Some are here to help us achieve a more advanced level to extend the evolution of our species and potentially develop ways to protect our planet. I don't know everything. This information from our conversations are mostly not firsthand, right? So all I can do is share the information that I have with you. I have no reason to disbelieve anything that I've heard, although I'm sure it's merely a tiny fraction of everything that's going on. But from where I stand, it is a lot more than what I could have ever imagined knowing in the first place. There is a lot to what is going on in our galaxy, and I have an incredible amount of information to share. Hopefully, at some point, sooner rather than later, more people will feel comfortable enough to open up about authentic experiences rather than what is currently being distributed. I encourage anyone who discusses this topic that doesn't have firsthand knowledge to stop saying that they do. If we truly want an honest disclosure to occur within our lifetime, the global consciousness needs time to process the information, and spreading mistruths is only going to make it take longer. So that's it for this one. If you want to know more about the extraterrestrial phenomenon, please like the video and subscribe to this channel. If you want to know more about this, you can visit swampgas.info and click on resources. Thank you for your time, and have a great day.